The idea of serpents or reptilians have plagued our history books going back thousands of years. Just take a look at Buddhist folklore. Naga, reptilian, is a class of beings classified with Garudas, and Supanas, bird-like chimeras. They play a prominent role in Buddhist folklore. Gifted with miraculous powers and great strength, they are confused with snakes, chiefly the hooded cobra. Indeed, their bodies are described as being those of snakes, but they can assume human form at will, thus possessing the power of transformation. They are shapeshifters. Broadly, they are to be divided into two classes: land-based, Talaja, and water-based, Jalaja. The Talaja Nagas are regarded as subterranean and therefore confused with demons, whereas the Jalaga Nagas live in rivers and in the ocean. It would be more correct to view them as dragons and sea serpents respectively. In the Bible we see Adam and Eve persuaded by a reptilian serpent. The encounter led to an awakening and realization of their nakedness. Serpents are universally associated with the principles of knowledge and wisdom. The Old Testament, for example, talks about the sons of God who interbred with the daughters of men to create the hybrid race, the Nephilim. Sumerian goddess figurines are to be found in museums around the world, some claiming them to be the gods who arrived on our planet long ago and created man. Scholars argue as to whether the Anunnaki, those who came from the heaven, are reptilian. The clay tablets and Sumerian seals portray them as large beings, perhaps 8 to 12 foot tall, and clearly human looking. So there is some argument there, and a split in people's opinions. A reptile, the snake, is used as a symbol of medicine. The medical profession, toxicology and toxinology, by examining mythological, archaeological data and a variety of texts from the ancient Greek world. The snake figure was associated with Asclepius, the ancient Greek god of medicine, and possessed benevolent properties. It was believed to be able to cure a patient or a wounded person just by touch. The snake is also connected with pharmacology and antisepsis. A snake possesses an antivenom against their own poison. The snake is related to sciences associated with poison and death, such as toxicology and toxinology. And it also implies a metaphysical idea. It is connected with the underworld, not only because it crawls on the ground, but because it can bring death, connecting the upper and the underground world. The ability of the snake to shed its skin has been associated with the circle of life, and the Renaissance spirit also, ever since early Hellenic antiquity. Consequently, as a symbol of the modern medical profession, toxicology, toxinology, the snake twisted around the stick, or the snake besides the pharmaceutic cup, which also implies the use of medicines or even poison, has its roots in the ancient Mediterranean area, as proven by the archaeological data combined with literary references. Its benevolent as well as its poisonous properties could be paralleled by the similar properties of medicine. So, what have we learned today from this first segment of the course? We have learned that reptilians appear in mythology and Buddhist folklore. The Naga, or reptile form, is associated with transformation and shapeshifting in folklore. Buddhist folklore divides Nagas into subterranean Talaja, confused with demons, and sea-based Jalaga, best referred to as sea serpents or dragons. Reptilians appear as early as in the Bible with Adam and Eve. They were responsible for their realization of nakedness and associated wisdom. We find clay statues of reptilians in museums, and we find Sumerian seals depicting gods that came from the stars. Reptiles are used as a symbol of international medicine, as per the rod of Asclepius, bearing intertwined serpents. Asclepius was the ancient Greek god of medicine. Snakes can bring death, connecting the upper and underground world. Finally, it is becoming apparent that there is an invisible yet partly palpable sense that the presence of unseen reptilian beings have left their knowledge and their cultural relics on and around this planet. Now that we are aware of them, we can go deeper into this course and find out more.